Edison. Next. Ooh. Okay. Hi. Great to see you. My name is Gibson Chen. I'm from Apacer Technology, Taiwan. And today I would like to give you a speech about advanced storage for industry transforming. This is the agenda that I would like to share with you. First of all, I will give you a brief introduction about Apacer. And I would like to share with you what kind of a challenge that we're facing for enterprise industry of transforming, and what kind of a solution Apacer core technology can offer all the storage customers need. Okay, Apacer is offering SSD, NAND flash product, and DRAMs and worldwide. And we have both consumer and industrial products. We are 27 years old in Taiwan already, and we have 5 subsidiaries in the worldwide. And we have a very, very strong R&D team, different from the regular module house. So we have we can do hardware, we can do firmware, we can do software by ourselves. So we can customize the inquiry from customers, what they want. And last year, our revenue is about $244 million US dollars. Okay, as you can see, we are located in Taiwan for headquarters. So we have an office in Japan, in China, in the United States. We also have an office in the Netherlands, Europe. And the another is that we have a manufacturing site at India. So if customer want the MII made in India, you can come to Apacer. We can provide solution to you. Okay. About the R&D, I will give you some introduction about R&D people. We have very, very strong R&D people, and we have more than 235 patents in the worldwide. The other one I want to highlight is about the FAE capability. Our FAE in each branches, we have FAE. FAE can help customer to transfer all this kind of initial problems and explain customer how it happens. And if there's really something we need to do to change your firmware or hardware, FAE can collect all the information to measure all the data and send back to our R&D in headquarters. Okay, this slide I want to share with you what kind of problem we are facing at this moment. We check a lot of analyst data. It comes out if you probably most of the SSD will meet is like data lost, which is because of hackers or others, or you have instability of power, or your system down. Because if you don't have backup, you need a lot of manpower to do the work. That costs millions of dollars lost and worldwide every year. So as SSD and DRAM makers, we provide some solution for your reference. Okay, this is just want to share with you what kind of feature we can provide to customers. First of all, for example, like we have a data integrity. We can provide security. We can provide longevity. That means very long-term products, very old products, we can continuously use it. We are still selling compact flash or PCMCI solution worldwide. Power stability. If you have any power instability in your country, your applications, we have a solution for that. Durability, and we have value-added softwares for your demand. So first of all, I will share with you. You can see probably more than 20 module house who selling SSD in this booth. But Apacer would like to do more work on really customer demand. We want to see what is your application, what kind of issue you have, so we can find a solution. I will give you probably 4 or 5 different kind of solution we have. First one is about power stability. Okay, we'll present you 2 solutions. One is we call cold power. The other we call cold volt 2. Okay, so I'll give you some more detail about what it is about. Okay, cold power is quite simple idea. Just we put batteries inside of our SSD systems. When you have a power down, first of all, we will let the system know your system cannot send more data. So what will use our capacitors, the power will have extra to transfer all the data or inside of your DRAM or table from the DRAM to our NAND flash. So after you put into the SSD, the NAND flash, all the data will be secured. For example, like this one is without cold power. So suddenly you have a power drops. You will drop very quick without extra capacitors. So you might lost the data, you might lost the table. If you lost the key features, your SSD will not be recognized by the system. So what we do is we will have extra power. The power will be enough for the system back up everything. So if you have a Apacer cold power, we will make sure you don't have any bits lost if you have feature with this. So maybe some of the system, they have cold power solutions. For example, like 2.5 inch, which is a big PCB size. So it's not very difficult. So the advantage of Apacer is we even can put very small size like CFS cards or M.2, smaller size 2230. We all features with the power loss features. So that means all this kind of feature, they have power cold power, which makes sure your stability power will be okay. Okay, the cold volt 2 is a little different concept with cold power. Cold power basically is like if you have your country or your customer country has a very unstable power facility, they will drop very quick, no power come back. However, in some application, for example, like we have very big customers, they use SSD inside of the train. When the train starts, the engine or motor will suck all the power away. So you have a power suddenly drops, but they will come back very quick time. So when you have a very short this kind of power drops, which will cause the system just like the last one. They don't have if you suddenly you are writing some data or table and you lost the power and you lost the data and power. So after our cold volt 2, we will make sure all the power to the controller inside of the SSD and the NAND flash will be stable. Okay, not just voltage drops, but if you have a voltage pulse, we can make sure that. Besides of the features that we provide, we also feature with a smart feature. Smart is SSD, which we you can use a software to read out what kind of health status. For example, like how many erase cycle, how many data you write, or something like that. But in this our SSD Wedge 2, we feature with the voltage stability figures. That means you can easily to see how many times your system has the voltage drops. This one, you click this one, you can see what is at that moment, what is the voltage we got in the input. So this one, we can provide how many abnormal voltage current drops. So you will see sometimes your system is down. You don't know what is happening because of our SSD or your system. We can use this one to recognize that is because of the power instability. So there's no argument. Okay, so this is a very new. So if you want, you can stop by our booth. We have a demonstration. The next one is also very, very interesting features. We measure data integrity is very, very important. Okay, as you may know, for a system, if you want that very, very stable, usually you will have a RAID 0. RAID 0 is simple with mirror. That means two identical SSD, and each one is same. So if you use one as a sender, the other as a backup. So when this is broken, you can just easily choose the other one. That's what we call RAID 0. However, for most of the system, you cannot have two at the same time, and your cost double the cost. However, for cost snapshot, we provide one SSD, and we divide the capacity into two identical areas. One is for normal use. The other is as a backup. When you have anything happens, you will have we have a call rescue. You can use several ways of call rescue to save the data, transfer the data back to use the backup drive to boot up the system again. So the call snapshot has very advantage use is that the call snapshot, we have a third generation already. So the third generation, that means you can back up many, many times, as many as you want. For example, you go to customers, say, okay, we wanted the OS and this setup be back up. So you back up this one. When anything happened, you just push a button, you will back up, recover the system. And because we have two identical capacitors, so our backup is in the second, probably less than 1 second. You can choose this one, and you can back up the system without any failures. Okay, about the call rescue, we try our very easy way to customers how you can get back up your system. As you know, most of the SSD or DRAM, they are not at the near location. If you have problems, you need to have engineer go back there and turn the system or change something, and you can save the problems. But for us, you don't have to do it. For the call rescue, that means call snapshot, and you can have one button. We will feature with the button. You can push the button, you can back up. Or we can have an external USB drive, you can back up. Or out of band, that means you can use internet to remote to back up and push a button, and you can back up the system with far from the end user place. The last one is I like most. We have the customer who use call snapshot in the hospital. So the automatic self-rescue is you can have a nurse to won't boot the system 3 times. So, and then the system know, oh, you want to use the backup one, so they will use backup as a boot up drive. So that's a very easy way. We have a call snapshot and call rescue to save customers' data. Okay, the next two features, we don't give a very details, but I will try to let you know what kind of feature we have. As you may know, the SSD become more and more faster, much more faster. For example, like DDR, PCIe Gen 3, they run at 3,000 megabytes per second. Gen 4 run like 7,000 megabytes per second. But most of the embedded customers, they don't want this high speed. They just want something with a PCIe with a stable write. Not very high speed. When the heat generate a lot, they will drop. And then when the temperature drops, they will increase the speed again. It's not stable at all. So most of the module house provide we call thermal throttling, reduce the speed of the controller, and then come back again like stability. However, the cone energy idea is like that. Okay, we provide a solution to your engineer. For example, like one SSD drive, you can run 3,000, or you can run at 1,000 or 500 megabyte, or different kind of speed you want. So we will provide a feature for your engineer. Your engineer can test at different kind of stage you want. High voltage, high speed will come with the high watts. Low speed, low write will come with low hot watts. So in our labs, we can test, probably we're gonna have more than 50% drops when you have the SSD. So you can customize your own SSD without core energy. So, but this is not fully ready. We will have that ready. Actually, all the work is ready, but we need a software, we need a business model we share with customers. Firmware online update, that's and also a very interesting topic. A lot of customers, they always face some device need to update the firmware. Besides of security, like you have to make sure the security or the update firmware, we provide a remote update firmware. Most of remote update firmware, maybe you need to go to the site and turn it off and turn it on, but we don't have to do it. So most of the solution we can remote to do it. Not just SATA, but PCIe, because most of PCIe, they have the standard features. To have a remote login, you don't need to do the work. The association has that kind of a feature setup. But SATA is very, very difficult. We still do a lot of tests, make sure there will be no issue happens in the update firmwares. So you can download microcode. That means you can with or without power reboot the system, or you can just choose this one and you can have a new system firmware. The third one, that would be perfect for networking system, especially networking that you can never turn the power off. That is a perfect solution that we have. Let me go back this again. That means in data integrity, we have a call snapshot and call rescue. And power instability, we can call both 2 and the call powers. So for durability, we can call energy. And add-on value, we have firmware announced update. And we have more. For example, like we provide, as you know, NAND flash, they have a life cycle like 3,000 times. But with our SSD LiteX, we can have 100,000 times. That's about 30 times more than TLC mode. So all kind of feature based on what kind of SSD or DRAM you need, we can provide a solution and to your need. That's my presentation. We have a lot of demonstration at our booth at 310 Hall 1. Come to our booth if you have any questions. Thank you very much. Any